All right, so unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard about this Xbox Game Pass thing that was trending on Twitter over the weekend, and I kind of started it. And I just kind of wanted to go through the timeline of what has happened since the last video. Here we go. Well, the first thing that I want to talk about happening is that somebody donated $1,000 to our St. Jude Children's Hospital fundraiser, meaning we are $1,100 away from the $5,000 goal we set at the beginning of the month. So if you're watching this video and you've been considering donating to a charity, I'd like you to consider St. Jude Children's Hospital. They work on cancer research for children. They're working to cure childhood cancer and other rare childhood diseases. So if we get the $5,000 for the end of the month, there's only a few days left. I would be very, very grateful for that. And yeah, so that happened. But in addition, if you've been following this whole craziness that is the Xbox Game Pass fiasco, basically, here's what happened. Somebody tweeted that I'm tired of people promoting Game Pass like they are getting paid from Microsoft. I don't want that crap. I just want some quality games. Talk about games, not a damn subscription service. I talked about this in my video the other day, and I replied saying, I wonder if he knows that with the amazing selection of games found on Xbox Game Pass, you can enjoy several quality games at your convenience. So just for so long, everybody's been accusing anybody that just recognizes the value of Game Pass as being bought off. So I was being a little snarky and sort of giving it back to him, as were a lot of people. And then in my sleep-deprived craziness, I tweeted, Twitter is convinced that so many of us are just paid to advertise Xbox Game Pass. That's crazy. Almost as crazy as having access to hundreds of games and day one releases for only $9.99 a month. And if you're new, you can get 3 months right now for only $1. So joking, that was my joke. I talked about it in the video yesterday. And that is the joke that basically broke the internet, because everybody started running with this. I think I first saw this from one of the Reddit mods, and then SkillUp ran with it, a big time YouTuber, and then YongYea ran with it. Let me see if I can find their tweets really quick, because I did retweet them because I was like, all right, people are getting in on the action. SkillUp tweeted, very surprised to learn that some people think media and YouTubers are paid to promote Game Pass, lol. That's almost as ridiculous as Game Pass giving you access to hundreds of games and day one releases for only $9.99 a month. And if you're new, you can, and basically the same tweet I did, right? You can get access to 3 months for $1. And then YongYea gets in on it. He says, I would never accept money to promote that. Game Pass gives you access to hundreds of games and day one releases for only $9.99 a month. And if you're new, you can get 3 months right now for only $1. Both of those got like 10,000. One got 10,000, one got 4,000 likes, and everybody was sort of in on the joke. Almost everybody, I should say. There were some people that were taking it super seriously. And I was so happy to see that other people that have a sense of humor were just like, yeah, you know what? You're right. You know what else? Like just sort of going back into the Game Pass meme, and it became a meme. It absolutely ate up Twitter over the weekend. So I sort of talked about all that in the last video, right? But since then, I've seen the Bungie community manager getting in on it. I've seen the community managers for Xbox getting in on the joke. I've seen it in Japanese. I've seen it in Spanish tweeted out there. And I'm over here laughing my butt off because just so many of you just have a wonderful sense of humor. And then today, so this morning, I sign on and Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg are basically saying, Aaron Greenberg says, Destin, this is the Game Pass tweet of the year, of course. And then, Phil Spencer is basically saying, thank you, fans, for being so passionate about Game Pass. It really drives us to keep going. And, you know, this is all a big joke, but the reason that I don't really I'm having fun with it is because it is true. Game Pass is a phenomenal value. And that's the only reason people are talking about it. I'm going to make another video about what PlayStation Now isn't quite getting right and why people don't talk about it the same way. Because a lot of people pointed out, they're like, why? Clearly there's a conspiracy here. There's not. There's nothing. It is a joke that some people aren't in on and everybody else got. So if you're not in on the joke, sorry, there's no conspiracy. It's just a goof. It's a big old goof, and it was a pretty funny one. So yeah, I've seen her in all those languages. Then Phil Spencer comes out and thanks fans for it. And then this morning I tweeted, I think I broke Twitter. You know what won't make you broke though? Starting your 3-month trial of Xbox Game Pass for only $1 and getting access to 100 plus amazing titles. Plus you get day one access to all upcoming exclusives like Forza Horizon 5 and Halo Infinite. Wow. And that's my last one of the joke. I had to get one more in there. But, then Phil Spencer and Xbox Game Pass, the official accounts, start getting in on the joke, which is great. Xbox Game Pass tweeted, the internet thinks we pay people to talk about Xbox Game Pass this weekend, and that's just absurd. Almost as absurd as a service that offers access to over 100 high-quality games, all the benefits of Xbox Live Gold, and an EA Play membership for one low monthly price. And I laughed at it. But then Xbox Game Pass for PC gets on the joke, and then Xbox gets in on the joke, and they just keep going. They just ran with it. We all had a good time with it, and I think it's run its course. But thank you for everybody for like hanging out, just being a part of the joke. It was a lot of fun. My Twitter account has basically been unusable since this has happened because everybody's been tweeting at me everything from positive remarks, people who are just having fun with the joke, having a good time. I would say 99.9% of people got the joke, and that like 0.1% of the people did not. But it has been absolutely fun. Keep it going. Keep having fun with it. It's been a lot of fun to see. And I really, really like that everybody just had a good time. Those are sort of the feel good moments when you're on Twitter, when you see all this crazy stuff happen and everybody's sort of in on the joke. So thank you to the guy who made that original tweet. Thank you to everybody who tweeted, and especially thank you to anybody who saw that. And I took the opportunity after it all sort of settled down to say, hey, I could actually raise money for St. Jude with this. And, we got some donations. So if you're able to, all month long, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've been trying to raise money for St. Jude. Thank you so much to everybody who has donated. We had a $1,000 donation from Anonymous. Somebody anonymous. We had Michael Kirby donate $25. Decado threw in $50. And Jigsaw throw in $200. We had David throw in 20. Michael Skiles throw in $20. And basically what I'm doing here is just raising money for kids. And some of the things that your money goes toward is $10 will get a toy for the waiting room. $250 will get a meal card for people that want to just eat at the hospital with their family. And $500 will pay for a bone marrow transplant treatment. I would love it if we hit the goal. Thank you so much to everybody who has donated this far. Thank you so much to everybody who was in on the joke and having a good time. I just wanted to make one more recap video. I'm going to get back to my regular videos tomorrow. If you like this sort of content, please consider subscribing. I do this in my spare time on my personal time outside of work hours. So thank you so much. This was inspired by my son, who would wake me up at 1:30 a.m. every day because he eats at 1:30 every morning. And I started doing these late night rambles. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. The channel is blowing up in popularity. I appreciate all of you. And then separately from that, there are memberships on YouTube if you would like to support directly. Memberships are a thing YouTube offers. I turned it on. I try and upload the videos without ads turned on for those people. So thank you to everybody who has supported me there. I'm doing my best with it, but it's sort of an extra thing that I do my best to support, and they seem happy with it. So thank you for supporting me there. I'm going to get out of here. I want to record another one. So I actually have one set up for tomorrow. I'm doing some cool stuff at IGN tomorrow. I think you're going to like it. And I will see you soon. Bye for now, everybody. Thank you for a crazy few days.